Welcome to Redneck Survival. So I decided to jump back and redo my fire pit video because after rewatching it myself, I couldn't really figure out a way to get better quality because I wanted to have it up to where you guys were actually able to see what I was trying to do. However, before I had my tripod and stuff, that wasn't exactly easy to do without having movement and stuff from it being held. So since I got my tripod and stuff now, I want to be able to actually set that up to where you guys can actually see what's going on and stuff. So let's get into that. But beforehand, I do want to give a shout out to Strongman Survival. Go check him out. I will leave a link to his channel in the description, and if I can get it to pop up on the screen, I'm still working on figuring out some of that stuff. But let's get to it. Okay, so as you can see, it's the same place that I set up the prior pit, but I basically took everything out and kind of combed the dirt back over. So basically starting from scratch. So what you want to do, and I decided instead of just doing a traditional fire pit, I actually want to do a multi-tier. Now, multi-tier, there's several different ways to do it. If I was actually going to set this up to use it, I would actually dig a trench off from where I plan on having the pit at, off from the one side, most likely towards the way that the wind is coming in, for it to be basically your airflow. And say if I had a pit going off right here, because there's a drop off right there. So if I had my pit going off like that, all I would do, instead of having to try to fill it in or whatever, is just lay another rock just outside of where my pit's going to be to keep anything from flowing in there or any flame from coming up out. Now, the base of this, all you want to do is you're basically just going to take your rocks and just making sure they're connecting. To set up pretty much the perimeter of your pit. Now, once you get the perimeter of your pit done, what you can do to ensure that you're not going to have a lot of extra flow and stuff, usually I would actually get a good pile of mud here or a pile of dirt. What you want to do is basically fill in the cracks, the crevices. Dig some extra mud up here. But you basically fill that around up over top, and you can do that the whole way around, or you can basically cover that whole layer with dirt and mud. And then what you want to do is you're going to take your next set of rocks and you're going to lay them over the centers of where the rocks in the bottom come together at. Basically like laying brick. Block, brick, whatever you want to call it. Now, you can use big rocks, you can use small rocks. The smaller the rocks tends to be the more that you're going to use up. Some spots, if you have small rocks on the bottom, I prefer to use bigger rocks on the bottom. However, I was not able to find, because I wanted to find rocks like this and do the whole bottom of that. However, I also wanted to try to make sure that layer was pretty much flush with itself the whole way around. So I was not able to do that. But basically, you just continue to lay those rocks the whole way around and just kind of keep interlocking them, which will not only give you more coverage from your fire pit and keep stuff from falling out of it. If they start wiggling, usually just put a rock underneath that. Try to prevent that from wiggling. Okay, so not really sure what happened on that, but it just kind of gave me the sound that it quit recording. I'm not really sure. But basically, I'm not sure if I'm running out of memory on my phone or what's going on at the current moment, but I'm going to try to figure that out. So basically, you can go as high up with your pit as you're comfortable with. You can have it up here. You can keep it where it's at, where I have it at now. Basically, you want to have it built for what you're planning on using it for, what you're comfortable with. Now, if I was to build this up higher, or at least build this side and that side up higher, I could have it to where I could run a stick or a rod across, and I could have a pot hanging from it to heat my water, to boil my water, to then make one of my mountain houses. Or I have a teapot too to heat water and stuff up. Turn around and do that and make up a cup of coffee or a cup of tea or whatever your preference is. But it's like we got a little tick in there. It's always fun. But yeah, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Let me know what all you guys want to see, and I'll see what I can make happen for you. Don't forget, head over to Strongman Survival's channel. Like I said, I will leave a link in the description. But until next time, Tyler, Redneck Survival, out.